not going to have a really high like pre-6 threat to go to the rel, and so if you're playing Smolder with double range for Smolder plus Nico into a lane that has rel.
On the recall from Masu was such a big deal because that killed the tempo of Masu that they had really gained from that play. That bought time for FBI to get back as he gets solo killed.
Fire jumps forward, but the Wukong is not yet level 6, so he cannot lock the Orianna up long enough. Now Lucio goes in for the crash down. Public execution coming in from Bwipo, and Quid is down.
That we've talked about. Dokla, again, on the rumble. 4-0, hasn't lost on its NT came
Farming
back.
up Smolder stacks. Okay, they actually call FBI now.
Okay, River's coming in to try to smite fight, but Inspired has already secured the objective. A TP summoned up here as
We're having the Victor come teleport to defend, but there's 4 people here.
Okay, Inspired ready to try to defend his own mid laner, but Quad is dead. 100 Thieves makes the 4-man play here. Whose attention he draws first. Bwipo's about to be in some danger, though, as River immediately jumps over the wall. Bwipo tries to find something back with the public execution, but there ain't no way, man. 100 Thieves sets the trap, and Bwipo takes the bait. Now, Lucio trying to clear out the wave in time. Guarantee that 100 Thieves cannot force down this turret. He will clear that single wave, but he won't be able to hold out any longer. His teammates up at the top side trying to race it, and they do get the time. Lucio stalls for long enough.
That's actually a
HP. FlyQuest moving forward now. Lucio there with a flag. It's the Magnet Storm again. 100 Thieves, but the Shockwave. It's a massive counterattack. The Shockwave lands. Ayla's very low. Inspired looking for a little bit more. FBI still alive. Quad needs to provide a little bit of extra damage. It's Inspired and Quad versus Quinn and FBI. Inspired needs a little more. 150 HP is all that Smolder survives with, but it is enough for now. Inspired drops. 100 Still a few seconds left on the timer. Bwipo on the bottom side, flank of the fight. FlyQuest now on top of the Drake themselves. Inspired waiting for his moment to jump in over the wall. Now River's gonna get bursted low, and the Drake is stolen away by Inspired and FlyQuest. Bwipo's in the middle of everybody, but Mom comes roaring in. Inspired still barely alive, and Bucio dies to Quid. Bwipo on the run, but he's isolated from the rest of FlyQuest. Dokla wants to hunt him down. He needs another Electro Harpoon, but he will not find it. He just popped just so he can walk up a little bit further. 100 Thieves coming in to challenge. Bucio wants to keep everybody away, and FlyQuest are ready to try to turn and burn, but again, Ayla turning around with a Bomb Blossom. Inspired is low, River is already down. FlyQuest have killed 2. 100 Thieves, though, looking for an isolated Bwipo when they find him. FlyQuest only have 2 men left standing, and they are not standing tall.
And the Otacon lives! It's still alive! Messing with
Masu died! The Flame Spitter! Masu's recall just barely didn't have enough time to complete, and Dokla with the Flame Spitter into the brush takes him down. Now with only Quad left alive on the FlyQuest side, 100 Thieves are pushing down mid.
They're gonna open up mid really easily here. The second tower goes down. Extra gold for the Thieves. Quad is still not level 16 on the Victor, though.
100 Thieves have the entire team up here to force down this tier 1 turret. They've got the extra power with the 2 grubs. Their carries are so fed.
Bwipo's bot.
Otacon's going to be their target here. Bwipo is on the other side of the map. He does have his teleport to come up here and try to stop this if that's what they choose to do. The rest of FlyQuest is hanging around the area. Otacon down to half HP. 100 Thieves staying on the objective for now. Bwipo still pushing bottom side.
Oh, Dokla flank.
Dokla's coming around from the side. The Otacon's down to 3,000 HP. Quid's going to be the target here for FlyQuest, but a nice use of Zonius keeps him alive. River's going to be killed off first instead. Ayla's under pressure. Bwipo into the fight. Quid trying to get away. Bucio and Quad fighting back as FBI goes in for the enemy mid laner, and he burns him down. Bwipo's still alive with a shutdown on FBI. Now Bwipo goes back in. The Mbess is going to try to be the hero today. Bwipo looking for the angle. Back in against Big Dose, but he's overheated. The melee attacks hurt so much.
Getting piled in, and FlyQuest starts getting roasted.
And then look at this Otacon. It just gets queued down. That's not even a smite that he gets it with before he dies. It's the big bonk. All right, back to the Dragon, though. 100 Thieves are going to claim the objective on the other side.
Biggest individual lead by a significant margin is in that mid lane. Bwipo's trying to find an opportunity here on Dokla in the bottom side. Knocks him down to about half HP here pretty quickly. Dokla returning with some firepower of his own.
They're going
Does
Baron.
pop his Zonias. 100 Thieves are going after the Baron here at the same time as Bwipo finishes the solo kill on Dokla in the bottom lane. FlyQuest moving in. The Baron's already down to 4,000 HP. Ayla with a defensive pop blossom, just looking to keep Inspired away, but the Baron has already been claimed by 100 Thieves. Inspired and the rest of FlyQuest are looking to cut off the escape route. Quid tagged by the Arc of Ruin and beat down with a follow-up from FlyQuest. Inspired has found his way over the back line. He's looking for FBI with a little bit more damage from Cyclone 2, but he cannot find it. FBI survives, but the rest of the Thieves are going straight to jail. immediately falls. A double kill back over to Masu, and Bwipo is at the enemy gates.
This is crazy from FlyQuest. They might have just ended the game right here, right now. Inspired got a solo kill on FBI in the midst of his whole team. They're pushing bot, and they're looking to end game number 1.
It's 10 seconds on Dokla, but everybody else won't be back for half a minute. FlyQuest has everybody except Inspired, and they're pushing on to the Nexus turrets. They want to make this the ending push, but Dokla drops the equalizer and stops them in their tracks.
Even though they don't get there in time to actually contest that Baron, they get all the kills in the chase down.
And how about that from Busio? TP's into bot lane. He burned him down with the red buff, I think it was, at the end of the fight. No one else
We have that sole point for FlyQuest to fight for, and they want to make sure that they're building as many resources as they can, but Ayla with a Pop Blossom on Masu. 100 Thieves jumping in to try to take out the FlyQuest AD carry, but instead it's Bwipo into the back line. Now Ayla's going to be the first to die. Surely, no! It's FBI! The Smolder is down, and 100 Thieves have been routed! FlyQuest find exactly the angle they were looking for, and it spells doom for 100 Thieves! That is an ace for nothing!
The FlyQuest Avengers! The FlyQuest Avengers assemble to defend Masu as he checks the brush, and they're going to take game 1.
They'll march it straight down mid lane. 100 Thieves fought them tooth and nail for 36 minutes. But as soon as you give FlyQuest an opening, they're going to take it all the way to the Nexus. 19 to 18. Game 1 goes to FlyQuest.
That was such a banger. Back and forth game.
I have a team comp that can help me succeed. Raz, which comp do you like better?
I like FlyQuest comp.
Yeah, same. I think 100 Thieves got exactly what they wanted.
Average percent of stacks versus how FBI was yesterday as far as the pacing. It was looking really fast.
Okay, but now we got to fight as River's in some danger, trapped inside of the Dragon Pit, and immediately just exploded by the collapse from FlyQuest.
Yeah, they absolutely deleted him, Flowers. That's objective on top of the first blood here for FlyQuest. Huge start to the game. I mean, River just went in so early and finds himself, queuing into the Dragon Pit to try and get away. But FlyQuest, they just flash in. Bwipo here did invest his flash, so he doesn't have it now, but still should be fine.
Yeah, you're still just up against a Bard and out of mana Senna, so not really a whole lot of pressure on the Scion there, but Inspired, picking up that early Chemtech Drake. Not the strongest Drake in the world, but hey, nice early objective, and you claim it 62 grubs down. 100 Thieves moving their way over now, but the third grub is in the sights of FlyQuest. Inspired still has his smite ready. That is a 3-0 grub count for FlyQuest's side. Ballbreaker comes in from River, but again, he's going to be the target. He tries to dive back under Quad. A ton of damage with the FlyQuest mid laner seals his fate now. Inspired might just join him. The Zinjo has to flash away, but Masu's going to get rooted up here too. Busio wants to play protection, but Masu is in danger. He fires back and gets one on River. Kill credit over to Busio. FlyQuest makes it an even fight.
And Dragon is available, and it looks like they're just going to start it up here for the Thieves after that.
Okay, so Quad has Weaver's Wall, but he does not have Teleport. It means he's going to have to find a little bit more distance here as Masu gets caught out by the Tempered Fate. Busio with that Unbreakable Will, trying to make sure he can defend his AD carry, but Masu's already down to 50 HP, and Ayla has taken him out. Quad arrives to the fight, but the fight is already over. 100 Thieves get a pick on the enemy AD carry to get the Dragon to boot.
Great punish there on Masu, who had no flash Varus. Very easy.
And this comp from 100 Thieves is really built well to punish a Varus that's already struggling.
Oh, now Masu again, though. They're not going to give him a break as soon as he steps away from the turret. 100 Thieves beat him
here, and it continues stacking at a very nice pace.
The danger of that Varus ultimate, though. Ooh, Bwipo, though. 1 second. Flashes out of the way of the Vault Breaker, but now the Aurora ulti locks him up. Bwipo could be in some serious trouble. 100 Thieves, not only do they make Masu waste his ultimate, but then they find a free kill on Bwipo right as the Rift Herald spawns. This is great timing for the Thieves.
And River, his scoreline isn't looking crazy, but he has been really active. He has been finding some very good plays. And when River is having a good game, this team, I just think, is so successful. They give him so much credit about how creative he is, about how he can find these interesting angles. Good sidestep with the Ghost Blade there from Masu, but you can see his buy record really.
Yeah, now Inspired though, ready to go in. Busio is the initial target from 100 Thieves, but instead it's a punish from FlyQuest. 100 Thieves feeling themselves just a little bit too much here, and that Rift Herald that looked like it would have been a free thing, a sure thing, now is the target for Inspired. An attempted sidestep there from Quad does not work. Ayla tags him with a Cosmic Binding, and Quad has to flash back over the wall. Now Dokla's arrived into the fight, and Bwipo's ready to swoop in from the other side. Dokla goes all out to try to avoid the seismic shot. Shove. Inspired staying alive here with the Zinjao ultimate. Dokla here on the front line. Finally dies with the piercing arrow. Masu's on the board and FlyQuest are winning the fight. Busio goes in for the headbutt pull, then Quid is forced to flash away. Unraveled Earth to make sure that 100 Thieves...
Since Quid has no flash himself.
It's a small thing, but I really like it from FBI. He pushed out mid lane, then he goes and helps with a jungle clear to get more souls with River before going back in.
Hold on, the Chains of Corruption have found a target on River, but now a nice tempered fate. Big engage coming out from 100 Thieves. Dokla jumping in, Quad's already under pressure. Ayla gets away at the same time, and Quad's the first to die. 100 Thieves maintaining defensive lines for now. Pressure onto FBI in the back, but Inspire can't quite kill him. Ayla gets away with 100. Inspire dies before he can find anybody. FlyQuest barely missing out on so many kills, and 100 Thieves are running him around in circles. Ayla jumps in for another kill. 100 Thieves are going to kill all 5.
The Thieves are playing on the knife's edge in this fight, and it all started with Ayla. Bard ultimate onto both carries here. He nailed them both.
I mean, it started with, how about this timing as well, right out of it. In comes Dokla, flashing into position with the Pathmaker. River goes in as well. The CC was perfectly timed. Ayla gets out, stays alive. FBI's looking like he's cooked, but no, in comes Ayla. Bard's thrown on the wall, barely survives. The team peels back. What a team fight from 100 Thieves.
Yeah, Ayla was playing on range there because he knew Inspired wanted to flash at him, but he didn't have E, so Inspired flashes, but then he can't E Ayla because he moves back out. And he
is what they have earned off of it. And this is, hold on, Tempered Fate comes in. Ayla looking for another one. Busio stunned up into the wall. 100 Thieves thinking about another angle, but Busio wants to turn it around. Nice double seismic shove coming out from Quad. Rain of Arrows has found the kill to FBI. Quid wants to get away across worlds, but now Inspired swooping in from the other side. The Zinjao does not have the flash. He would have to land. The wind becomes lightning over the wall to try to look for the angle. They're not going to find anybody else, but FlyQuest with a pick onto FBI. They're going on to the Otacon.
FlyQuest got a combo of their own onto the 100 Thieves carries, and now this reward is actually going to be huge. It is less kills for FlyQuest off of this fight, but the Otacon is a more powerful single objective. Wonder how much of an effect this flower power will have. 100 Thieves during the Otacon take though are trying to make the best of it. They're trying to push both mid and top.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to get the mid tier 2. They're going to get the top tier 1. FlyQuest get the Otacon. They get a kill. They take that bot tier 1. So a lot of trading across the map.
Okay. Teleport coming in
behind
down to the bottom side. River now getting jumped on by FlyQuest as FlyQuest is getting jumped on by 100 Thieves. It's 2 separate fights. River gonna die here. Quad's gonna do the same. So a pick for either side on the mid laner or the jungler in entirely separate spots on the map.
What an action-packed game. Both these teams looking for every single opportunity. You lose a fight, what can we do next? We're gonna play cross map. We're gonna punish the late recalls. We're gonna constantly look for the next step. Both these teams really playing confidently, and that's something that you love to see, especially when everyone is coming into this expecting that FlyQuest is a heavy favorite. You could see 100 Thieves trying to play more defensive, but that is not their style. That is not how they have success. They need to play with confidence, and they're doing just that.
And that guy right there, Quid, once again, 10 stacks on the Dark Seal. Confidence, you got to have the confidence. Upgrade that baby to a Medjai's again. I don't care if you've lost your pages in the past, don't worry about it. Upgrade that thing again.
The early lead.
Quiggle is making a strong run right now with the Dark Seal. It looks like he's going for Bloodletter next as well. Bloodletter's Curse, the triple mask build. In the meantime, though, oh, here we go.
Busio spent his flash as well. We'll see if he has something with that Summoner Spellbook ready, and he's going to swap over to Exhaust, so that can be critical if he can time it well on someone like Quid when he's going in.
Dokla ready to face check here into the brush, but he goes over the Unraveled Earth. Dokla's already down to half HP, but the Tempered Fate doesn't get a whole lot done here just yet. Busio backing away as Quidbo charges into the middle of the fight. Everybody on 100 Thieves scrambling as Quid steps out of the way of the Seismic Shove. Inspired very low, going to be taken down if he ain't careful, but Monster's already died. Busio's about to follow. 100 Thieves are steamrolling the #1 team in the LTA. These fights are just not close, and 100 Thieves smacks them around 3-1.
100 Thieves play dive so well. You can tell they're focused on the enemy carries here. In this one, even though Dokla starts out really early, and he flashes to ult the Scion back, and River is helping him on the Scion until the opening comes up for River to flash ult Masu to help Quid finish him off, and that victory in that fight should result in the Baron for the Thieves.
Baron as the reward for that fight. Not even the 3-for-1 that I said, it was 3 for nothing. Nobody on 100 Thieves dying in that one, feeling so strong in these fights, so confident. We've been talking about 100 Thieves team fighting during this entire Miracle run. They might fall down early in the games, but they have the confidence, they have the hands, they have the team play to fight their way back into the games, even against a squad like FlyQuest that has been so far above everybody else for the rest of the year. 100 Thieves is
putting pressure onto these carries. Inspired goes forward onto Quid, but the seismic shove is narrowly dodged, and then there is the flash ult into the backline, but we're back to live. Great sidestep on the Bartle.
Yeah, Tempered Fate hits nobody, but Bwippo is isolated. He's in danger now. 100 Thieves looking for the pick on the enemy top laner. He might be Scion, but he's not feeling that tanky. Dokla just creating space so that nobody else on FlyQuest can get anywhere close. Dokla still got half HP. The Aurora ulti comes through. Inspired Xinjiao just not able to get a whole lot done here either, as 100 Thieves are marching straight into the base with a 7,000 gold lead. Bwippo's still dead for another 40 seconds, and the mid lane inhibitor falls 27 minutes into the game.
The Thieves are just constantly on the attack. And
Oh, he's letting them know.
Well. All right, we had the Quiggle. What is the FBI spam of emote?
Well, the Quiggle originated from FBI spam dancing on the Xayah. It was
True.
his imitation of that, so maybe we'll get the return as 100 Thieves feel like they are on the precipice of tying this series up.
100 Thieves now with the pressure on the tier 2 in the top lane, just taking everything they can with the remainder of this Red Bull Baron power play before they go for a reset.
It just kind of seemed impossible to take down TSM in that era. EG, one of my favorite ever runs with Inspired, back with that Danny JoJo roster, and this 100 Thieves roster trying to pull off that big run too.
Inspired's already down to half HP though. The Tempered Fate has collided. Inspired on the front line about to die, but immediately 100 Thieves collapse. There's nowhere for FlyQuest to go. River might just drop here. Quinn in a little bit of danger, but he gets back away. Masu finally finds a snipe, but it's going to be at the cost of his very own life. FlyQuest, they tried, they died, and 100 Thieves hold the smoking gun. Bwippo's the last one left running away, and 100 Thieves are ready to end this second game.
Quid is still after him too. Quid was so low getting in there. He survives in the end, and 100 Thieves, they clap immediately back.
Bwippo's not gonna have anything to say about this one. Dokla shoves him back as he tries to channel a decimating smash. The Nexus turrets are not going to be any detriment to the 100 Thieves victory march. There's still plenty of time left on the respawns for FlyQuest. 100 Thieves have made it to the Nexus. 100 Thieves have made it a series, and they'll tie us up after 2 games.
What an incredible first cup. Can pilot it to a really high level. So going to be excited to see how he can perform, especially coming off that Ferris game where he was pressured so heavily and was really
40%
punished.
HP level 5, River also level 5. Ayla takes a turret shot walking through to give himself the positioning that he wants for the dive here onto Bwippo. Ayla, however, takes a big hit, and Bwippo just sat all 3 of them down for a
I
less.
put you in this bad spot, then my team fails the dive, gives over first blood, and I'm having the wave frozen on me.
Trying to outplay it here a little bit with the miasma to slow them down. He's already down to 40% HP. He's going to need more poison there on River, but here come the Darkened Daggers. Flash of the wall from River. Quad with the outplay in a 1v2. He's still alive for now. Quid finally takes him out.
But full commitment here. And Quad can just stay top. The Cassiopeia getting money up there on the top tower, getting updated Jack's models since the beginning, but Quid.
Yeah, Quid's in some danger here. Inspired and Quad knock him over, and critically that is also Masu in a little bit of danger here. Busio blocking up,
River
trying to keep him alive. River coming around from the side. Masu dashing away, gets away for the 4th shot. Nice exhaust onto River to guarantee that he cannot get the kill. Now they want to find some more. Deadly flourish on Masu puts him down to about 50 HP. He's still bleeding to the Nefiri Darkened Daggers. They will not be able to kill him, and 100 Thieves, they get really close, but they don't get what they came for.
What a clutch exhaust there from Busio. Had spellbooked over to it, found the perfect opportunity. Inspired's going in. Does he really want this? Yeah, he can't go for the charge.
The triple!
Yeah, he's going down into the
It's gonna
river.
expire, I think, almost guaranteed.
Yeah, he just rams it into the wall instead. Just park it in the ditch. Oh boy, Dokla, Bwippo and Quad should be able to find this one pretty easily. Bwippo will take the kill credit on that one, and now River's got to try to get away here too, because Inspired would lock him down. And now, even if the Herald doesn't charge, that first turret is going down, Chovy.
FlyQuest are dismantling the side lanes here versus 100 Thieves. the inspired ganks, the rotation down to the other side this time around. They already destroyed them up on the top side. Now they can get second charge off as well. A secondary tower into the hands of Whippo. This is huge. FlyQuest actually just blowing open the lead.
Okay, Ayla and FBI trying to see if there's an angle here back towards Masu as River shows up, but Quad is also shadowing. They don't want anything to do with this.
They're putting a lot of emphasis on keeping Quad safe. If Cassio's tanky enough, it can be so problematic. They're just going to start Otacon and Dragon at the same time.
Hold on, we got to fight though. Whippo has found FBI back in the mid lane. He goes for the World Ender. He's trying to full send this. Ayla flashes over the wall, trying to peel for FBI, but Whippo just turns his attention back around. He's on a killing spree, and the enemy support for River not to have. If he goes in, it is a one-way trip guaranteed. FBI and Dokla also still hanging around the area. That Deadly Flourish won't find anything, and the Otacon is secured without error by FlyQuest as they pick up 15 flower petals, and Whippo's still going in. Q3 on the 2 targets. Dokla and FBI have to try to get away, but there's the stun of the FBI, and he gets knocked down. Dokla has to flash over the wall trying to escape. 100 Thieves scattering all over the jungle, just trying to get away. Dokla caught out again, jumps out of the way of the Infernal Chains.
Outplay at some point, because FlyQuest, again, you just group up at the objective, you grab that thing, and you force 100 Thieves into more difficult scenarios. 100 Thieves
All about setting up Quad for success.
And now, FlyQuest's next step for success is taking out the Tier 1 turret here in the mid lane. 100 Thieves will not be able to defend that one, so the FlyQuest gold lead going to approach about
waiting for the soul, but actually going to fight over the red buff first a little bit here.
Yeah, these are the super-powered post-Baron red buffs that the whole team gets. Inspired wants to steal it away, and he'll find it. Arctic Assault back over the wall towards the team. Quid tries to escape. Whippo's in the middle of everybody. 1v4 Aatrox, and it's the 4 who are struggling. Whippo just continues going forward as River is exhausted. Whippo staying alive through the Sterix. Big Dokes goes in for the 3-man stun, but it ain't going to be enough. Dokla's already down. Nice ulti from Quad. A double kill from Masu as FBI falls. Quad just continues charging in. This snake has fangs, and 100 Thieves don't have the antidote. FlyQuest pick up 2, and they're making their way over to Baron.
Okay, so it's option number 3, the red buff, actually. That is going to be the thing that determines these during the reset.
And I just love the timing on what they're going for here, FlyQuest. They all have their 3 completed items. They know they're at a much stronger point in the game, and look at them turning on to Quid. He's the strongest member. They all peel back to try to free up Masu, and it's Whippo alone, but it's Whippo. We talked about how ridiculously tanky he is. They can't burst him down.
And now Quid's under pressure yet again. Busio, Whippo, and Quad all looking to focus that enemy rise, focus that potential carry, while Masu and Inspired are still both doing the damage under the Drake. River wanted to come around for a potential portal steal on the Soul, but he's not there in time. Now FBI's in some danger. Focus aggro onto Quid now instead. Masu dashes right back in for a bullet in his back. Quid is down.
So they're split pushing. Well, they're also going to go for Dokla.
Yeah, Dokla's trying to get something back in a side lane, but Busio and Quad do not want to let him. Counter-strike's nice against auto attacks, but Cassiopeia's fangs do not care. Whippo wraps around the guarantee they get the kill, and now there's still 20 seconds left on Quid. 45 now on Dokla. FBI with the Jin gets caught out by the Glacial Prison. Masu doesn't quite have enough damage to finish him off here just yet. Deadly Flourish ain't gonna do enough to fire back into Masu.
Here comes Whippo.
River here on the front line. Whippo wants to go over the wall, maybe look for FBI. Q2 goes through. FBI is down, and Whippo is flying through the 100 Thieves base. River manages to get away as Quid respawns, but FlyQuest are just knocking these guys down across the rift, one after the other after the other. FlyQuest have just been better here in this third game. They will take the inhibitor in mid lane. They will take out the inhibitor turret bottom lane. 100 Thieves still have 20 seconds till FBI and Ayla are back alive. Quid just gets dogpiled. FlyQuest heal themselves up with another redemption. Dokla and River are next to fall. Fly did it in one long extended play. They make their way onto the Nexus as Ayla respawns only to nearly die to the culling. And FlyQuest send a message. 15-1 in game 3. They're going to match point.
I think Whippo sent a message to the 100.
Wow. 100
Only
Thieves draft.
100 Thieves.
But it
would
doesn't
do
stop
this.
FlyQuest from picking a bunch of anti-Lee Sin champions like the Gragas and the Hui, so
Yeah.
Quid's still going to have a hard time.
Yeah,
Team.
he's just going to go ahead and go gank Quid, who's still only level 1 on the Lee Sin.
Dead.
He has no flash. There's no way out. It's the easiest possible. Or you don't get out. Inspired topside. Dokla's the target this time. Takes a chomp out of him, slows him down. Dokla can skip and slash back. Inspired gets him. The last turret shot's going to make it a 1-for-1. But a nice kill there from Friendly Fire. Inspired is going up here for some not-so-friendly fire. However, immediately throws out the pillar right back into Whippo's big belly. And this time around, there is going to be no equal
One
trade.
ganked, remember? And okay, here we got the hook hit.
Nice dredge line comes in from Ayla. Stranglethorns from River as the follow-up. Busia with a battle dance back to Masu and flashes away. FlyQuest's bottom lane duo. Masu's still alive for now, but he almost gets away. It's a 1-for-1 trade as the turret takes Ayla out.
Clearing jungle champions. Maybe he'll be able to make a rich play.
Nice kick from Quid, immediately followed up by River CC.
He has no flash. He throws down the pillar, throws down the ulti. Whippo starting to really bully Dokla at this point. Once you have the catalyst, he's looking for the dive.
He goes in, he takes a big drink and just beats him down. From Dokla, 100 Thieves will at least get themselves this dragon on the bottom side of the map, but that still only ties those up at 1-to-1. And because FlyQuest has all 3 grubs already, Whippo's almost got this first turret already fully destroyed before plates fall.
Yeah, he just deletes minion waves. He deletes Dokla so much that Dokla doesn't die, but he is going to have to leave every time.
Power's gone.
There it goes. Yeah, River and Dokla are making their way back up here, but turret's already gone. Still with 10 seconds, but it's not a 1v1 anymore. Masu joins the fight, flashes forward, gets past the Sonic Wave, and the last bit of damage comes in from
Here for
Quad.
FlyQuest, they're going to get the tower. They got their kill. Yeah, okay, you gave up the Rift Herald, but honestly...
There's blood all over this top lane here. He just keeps on chasing after this. Gwen, he finds the knockback there of the ulti. Dokla is not getting away from this one, and Inspired's even going to come up for some assist money. Never mind, he'll grab Dokla is inside the Dragon Pit, but he's already used the Hallowed Mist. Busio goes for the quickness. River's going to be the target as FlyQuest now tries to regroup on top of the Drake. Whipple's already been shut down. The Drake goes over to Quad and FlyQuest, and 100 Thieves, for all their team fighting miracles, have not found one here. FBI and Dokla pile in, but they can't get it done. It's a bloodbath, 3 for 5, but FlyQuest winning.
And Inspired is untouched the whole time, just crushing through that fight.
Upside,
But
the rest of the squad, though, is looking towards the Dragon, towards the engage. River moves
At this
up.
point, almost. Tier 1 turret here in the mid lane, barely standing still for FlyQuest, is claimed. That's an
Bounty.
objective bounty for 100 Thieves. Whippo wanted to try to defend it lane, but he does have TP to join up for this, and you can see that teleport already getting channeled. FBI jumps in after Whippo, who immediately reacts to it. He was expecting this to be the call as Quid goes in, finds a nice kick back on the Quad, but it's not enough to kill him here just yet. Stranglethorns are down. Quad's gonna get killed. Quid's still alive for now, but he does drop. River hanging on at 50 HP. Dokla charges forward here with a needlework. FBI could be in danger as Whippo jumps into the back line, but now Whippo's going to be killed off instead. Dredge line from Ayla! 100 Thieves with the team fighting, looking for a little bit more. Dokla's got to back away. Inspired flashes out. Masu's already got 1 kill. He's about to find another. FlyQuest still trying to fight it. What a bloodbath in game 4!
And in the end, FlyQuest are victorious. They're going to be able to get the... Wait a second, he got
Now
the...
it's 100 Thieves going to be tanking up the debuff. 100 Thieves putting a little bit of DPS into it as FlyQuest now back on the approach once more. Busio finds a knock-up onto Ayla. Otacon down to 3,000 HP at the same time. Redemption summoned up. Otacon down to 500. It's going to be stolen away by Inspired as Whippo gets shot down. FBI takes the kill credit on that one, but now FlyQuest is looking to go right back in. Ayla falls first. Busio with a beautiful grand entrance. FBI tries to escape and he dodges Severing Bolt. Now Quid's in the middle of all 4 FlyQuest players, but Masu's next to drop. 100 Thieves team fighting is finding angles. FlyQuest with 3 left alive, but Quad with a beautiful snipe on the
away, so he took the second one, but we're back to live.
Immediately back on the map, and immediately Quid is the one in danger. There is not enough mobility on any champ to get away from that one. Quid dies. He'll pick up the Sterix from the grave, but now with the enemy mid laner down and Baron on the map, FlyQuest are making the call for the next objective.
Yeah, Dokla is bot lane. Will they decide to contest this? Ayla's recalling. I think they're just saying, you know what? We can't do anything about it. We're going to have to give it up. They're going to try to play for some of these objective bounties. They do get a tier 1 on that bot side. The objective bounties are going to fall off soon, but they're probably going to get reapplied, honestly, by the Baron being taken. Either way, though, FlyQuest now here is at soul point, does have the Baron buff on match point. It feels like they have pretty much gotten everything they need to try to turn this around. But Dokla did just get a massive injection of gold. He's sitting on 2K.
They're marching towards the Dragon Soul. 1 minute left on this Dragon Soul now. Can they actually catch Whippo before the spawn?
Well, the tier 2 turret drops, so Whippo got what he came for. Now he's got to try to escape all the way out. Body slam over the wall. Uses the stasis to buy a little bit more time. FBI and Quid do a lot of damage. FlyQuest is on the way. Busio jumps in. The quickness into the bullet time. And 100 Thieves find themselves riddled full of holes. Masu picks up a couple. 100 Thieves don't have the damage. And FlyQuest rip them apart.
It's Saving Private Whippo, and it's Busio, the man, flying in with the flash ulti, charms him up, and Masu knocks him down. And FlyQuest are marching for the Nexus.
FlyQuest have a 5 versus 3 for the next 20 seconds. They're changing their target priority, though. They're going to switch back over towards this top side, towards the second inhibitor, instead of going straight for the Nexus. They will be able to secure that one without much threat. 100 Thieves will hold on for now. Now Dokla already trapped inside the Dragon Pit. Got to be a little bit careful there. Whippo knocks him right back into the waiting arms of FlyQuest. A stasis for both top laners. Dokla dies first. Whippo stays alive. And FlyQuest is ready to reinforce him. Quinn and Ayla both die next. FBI on the side can't find any meaningful damage. And only Busio has fallen for FlyQuest. River cannot escape. Inspired Amasu as the Misfortune gets a triple kill. And the teleport is coming in for FlyQuest as they look to end the game. They have been the favorite all split long. The starting roster lost a single game together. 100 Thieves miracle run looked like it might have had the magic, but FlyQuest have the skill. They will prove they are the best team in the LTA North, and they are your